So Michal, we're here in San Francisco. We just witnessed the most unusual keynote
Very
presentation.
long keynote.
Yeah, it was 3.5 hours long. This is at Google I/O, and it was quite unusual. You were here last year. It was quite a bit different, wasn't it?
I think this year it was a really good reminder that Google is a software company at its heart. I mean, there were some mentions of hardware and those kind of initiatives, but it was really it was all about the developer, it seems like.
The conference started very much focused on developers and all these tools so they can make their applications better, their games better. The first product announcement from a consumer perspective was this music service. It had a very non-catchy name, but it's clearly a competitor.
Google Play Music All Access, I believe.
There you go. It doesn't roll
not
off
a
the tongue.
Spotify or a Pandora,
But
definitely.
it is taking on Spotify and Pandora at the same time. What do you think?
Well, I mean, people have obviously been waiting for this. I was surprised that Google just kind of rolled through it very quickly. They didn't spend a whole lot of time talking about it today, but the big advantage that Google has, I think, is Android and mobile. I mean, they've got, 900 million Android users, something like that they just announced. And that must be an advantage if they play their cards right with getting, since so many people are, you're using it on your mobile device now, right?
Right, and for so many years, music was such a draw for Apple because the iTunes integration was just so seamless. It seems like Google now, it's taking one more reason away from having to get an iPhone for the people who still believe that way.
That said, I mean, it's also, they're late. Spotify, Pandora, there's been several services that have been out there for quite a long time. So we'll see.
It's interesting, too, that right before the conference, they seemed, there were some interviews and some leaks, and they seem to downplay expectations that there would be some great product announcements. There's still some really, really valuable things. The photos now are going to get enhanced, and they're going to select your slideshows for you automatically using their algorithms, their machine learning. The maps are being improved. Google Plus is being improved. And in a way, despite its disappointment, I mean, Google today, the stock crossed 900 for the first time. It's trading at an all-time high. So this is not a company that needs to deliver some new product to get ahead at this point in time.
Yeah. Well, one thing also that I think stuck out for me was Larry Page said at some point that they're always being compared to Google versus some other company. Lately it's been Google versus Apple, and we just got to see a very, I think, different side of Google, because you probably wouldn't have seen Steve Jobs, in the past doing this, taking questions from the audience, unscripted, and just very approachable. So I guess, this was Larry Page's show. Last year was Sergey Brin's show. I don't know what next year will be about. Maybe a hybrid of the two.
Yeah, interesting that Larry Page kind of decried the competition and the focus on the competition, and then he took a few digs at Oracle and Microsoft, two of his main competitors. So.
Definitely. Well, even Larry Page can't help himself.
That's right.